everyone, welcome back to Wales and welcome back to my Christmassy corner of the internet on Vlogmas Day 9. It's snowing. I've got my Goodwin Johnson half hat on to keep the cold out. It went down to about -8 last night, I think, and we're having a proper fall of snow, which is unusual. We don't get that here. So I'm just going to go down and make sure the hens are alright, because it's very cold, extremely cold here today, but I thought you'd like to see the snow. So we don't get snow here very often. We haven't had any proper snow since 2017. We had a bit last year, but not a lot. But I like being outside in the snow. So I'm all dressed up. I've got my winter skirt on, my woolly skirt and my wellies, my work coat and my Goodwin Johnson hat and my nice Scotland woolly hat. So I'm a very happy lady. I haven't done anything for my vlog today yet, but I might go and do a book review for you in a minute in my workshop. I haven't done any spinning. I'll show you what today's fluff is for my advent calendar, and I'll get on with some spinning this evening. I've got a shawl to finish on my triangle loom, so I might have a go at that. So if I do, I'll show you and show you what I'm up to. But that's for a gift for somebody, so I won't show you too much. But anyway, I'm going to go back in out the snow. I'm going to go and see the hens, and I'm going to watch the snow through the window while I'm sat in front of the fire doing a bit of crochet. So I'll see you in a little bit. Enjoy the snow. Can't even hear the birds today. It's really quiet. I'm back in my little Christmas nook in my workshop, and I've decided to come out and make a hat. I've got some Scotland just here, and I thought I'd come out and make a nice hat for a Christmas present. I've got one and it's lovely and warm, and my husband turned around and said to me that he'd like one as well. He thought that it was really nice and it's not that itchy, so I'm going to make it for him out of this wool. So I've come out to use the knitting machine to see if I can get that to work, and I realised that we haven't done any calendar yarn this last 3 days. So I think the last one I spun was day 6, and this is the skein that we've done so far in our spinning advent calendar. So I'm very happy with it, very pleased with the results. It's very sparkly, very pink, very purple. It jingles. I don't know whether you can hear it. It's got a nice jingle to it because of the bells. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. So I'm looking forward to doing day 7 and day 8, and today's is day 9. Now, I can't remember if I showed you day 7, so I brought it in with me anyway because it's not been spun yet. I didn't show you day 8, and I haven't shown you day 9 because that's today. So I thought that we'd have a little look at each of the days. So I've got them here in their little bags. And I'll start with day 9 because it's already on the tray. So this is our colour palette for day 9. There we go. We've got some pink that I've dyed. This one, which is Welsh Mountain. And I've dyed this one. It's a lovely orange and pink, and yeah, I can pull it apart, keep the colour together however I want to do it. And then we've got this blue, which I think is a merino, which is this one. And then we've got this orange, so that's that one. This is pumpkin, and this is one I've dyed myself. So that's the fibre that we've got. We've also got our green, which we're adding into each of them, so I can divide the colours up and put green in between and keep it Christmassy and keep it festive. Then we've got some hand spun. We've got some sequin, some gold in this one. We've got some scrap yarns, this one, And we've got some locks, some blue. I think these are Cotswold. I'm not 100% sure, but they're really nice and really long. I think these are Cotswold. I think these are some I got at Wonderwool. I mean, look at the length of these. They're really long. So I'm looking forward to using them. And we've got our bells, which we have in every day. So I think that one of the... Oh no, it's still in there. We've got six bells. So looking forward to doing that. I've just dropped one. So that's day 9. So I'll move that out of the way. Don't think I brought a bag in for that one. Pop it safe there. Right, so that's day 9. Take my shawl off. So we'll do them backwards. This is day 7. No, it's not. This is day 8 in day 7's pack. So this is what we've got in this one. This is either day 7 or day 8, I can't remember, but it doesn't really matter, does it? They're all going to go in together anyway. So we've got some purple locks, which is our add-in. Our fibre is this pink, which I think I've dyed. No, that's merino. This is one I've dyed. This is my blue, which I've dyed. And then we've got our green to add in. Then we've got some locks, this one, which is some I've dyed. We've got some more yarn, some more sequin, and some hand spun. Excuse me. And then we've got some a bead and some more bells. You can see them. It's difficult to tip my hand up without them falling out. So that's day 8. So we'll put them back in there so nothing gets lost. And I'm going to spin all these tonight. So I'll show you it in my podcast tomorrow. I don't think I'll manage to... I might put some footage in at the end. But at the end of this video. But we'll have a proper look at it tomorrow when it's on the bobbin. And then this one is day 7. Excuse me, the smell of the hot water bottle is quite strong. So in this one, these two are our fibres. These two. Both sparkle in them already. So we've got a nice blue and a nice purple. And then we've got some little bits of yarn again. These. Then we've got some hand spun. Some locks, which look really, really delicious. These are our locks today. We've got a bit of sequin. And then we've got our bells. And today we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we've got 7 bells today. There we go, there's our bells. So that's all our fibre. We've got our green as well to add in. And then I don't know how long you've been here, but I'm also allowing myself to add in other stuff as well. So I've got this. I've got this. That one's slightly different. And then I've got some sparkle. This one, nice and sparkly and glitzy. And I've also got some weaving thread that I want to put in, but I'm not sure where that is at the moment. So I need to root that out and I'll show you it tomorrow when we do tomorrow's podcast. So that's the yarns. So that's all going to be spun up today. Oh, we've got this one as well, and this one, I forgot. There we are, it's all buried under my tinsel. So we've got this one, which is all nice and... this is a Reflections yarn by Serdar, and there's no way I'd ever knit with that, so there's that one. And then there's this one which is a boucle, which looks like it's got sequins in it. So we're going to use that as well. So that's our yarn for today. As I say, I'm sorry I haven't got round to doing any spinning the last few days, but I've been really busy and I just haven't had the time. We're going out to see my cousin last night, which was really nice, to be honest. I haven't seen my cousin for 5 years, so it was really nice, and he was telling me that his mum watches my podcast as well. So hello Auntie Sue, I hope you're doing very well. Hello Uncle Dennis. I hope you're enjoying all my podcasts and that you can see all the crafty fluffy stuff that I'm getting up to. So hello, it's lovely to see you. I just thought I'd give her a shout out and say hello, because apparently she's been watching all of my podcasts. So yeah, apparently she watches them all the time, Paul said. So anyway, my mother-in-law Val watches as well. So hello Val, I hope we're looking forward to seeing you on Monday. Can't wait to see you. So that's my shout outs done. I wasn't going to do that, but I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. Anyway, today I'm going to be spinning my yarn, and to any of you who don't know, if this is your first time here, I'm sorry it's a bit all over the place, but I'm not used to recording out here. I'm used to being outside. This is my Attic 24 blanket, by the way, and my wreath that I made the other day. And then I've got another one here. Don't know whether you can see it, it's just out of shot. So I'm very happy. Anyway, back to the yarn. What we're doing is, I've done a advent calendar and I've done baubles on the Christmas tree, and I've filled it all full of all different types of fluff. And every day we're taking a bauble off. It's going to have about 10 grams in it, and we've got 4 grams of green. And then we've got a little bag with add-ins in that is kept in this little shoebox here. Well, it's actually a big shoebox, but it's getting too big for the bags that are left now. But these are all our bags with all our add-ins in, and they've all got numbers on. There we go. So they're all mixed up, like you'd mix up, you'd have your Christmas calendar with your chocolate in, and you've got to find the number to get your bit of chocky out. Well, that's mine. And because I've been on a diet, this is my healthy option of having an advent calendar and having a bit of fun instead of eating loads of chocolate and getting fat again. So yeah, this is my calendar and I'm having great fun spinning it, and everyone seems to be having great fun watching it. And this was the first 6 days that we've done. We've got a lovely big skein of yarn, lots of colours, lots of bling, lots of sparkle, jingly with bells on, and yeah, it generally makes me very happy. So that's our first yarn. What else am I doing today? Yeah, as I say, I'm going to use the knitting machine and make my hat, and that's one of the reasons why I've come out here. But I might take it in the house because it's a bit warmer in the house, although my hot water bottle's actually making my legs nice and toasty. So I feel like I'm whistling through today, sorry. What else has been going on? Yeah, we've had snow, so that's been nice. It's been very cold here. Went down to about -8 last night, as I say, and I was driving back from seeing my cousin, and in the car it was -4. I was frozen, the car was frozen when I went out, and then I went to see him, and then I was only there about 45 minutes, and then when I got back in the car it was frozen solid again, so I had to spend 20 minutes de-icing my car again. Thankfully I didn't bump into anyone on the road on the way home, because when you're reversing backwards you can't see a thing. It's pitch black, you can't see your reversing lights. Your reversing lights don't light up the road, and there's a ravine on one side and hardly any passing places, so I'm really glad I didn't bump into anyone. Anyway, I'm going to take my hat off because I'm feeling a bit hot. This is a hat I made with my own hand spun, incidentally, and some alpaca. I plied the hand spun with the alpaca, and I had some brown, just plain brown, and then knit it into a hat, and it is my own pattern. So I'm really enjoying wearing that, it's really comfy. So with regards to patterns, I know my mother-in-law asked me for the pattern for the tank top. I haven't forgotten, I just haven't had time to sit down and write it out. I know one of my viewers asked, well actually a few viewers asked me for the pattern for my hand spun sparkly jumper that I made, my cropped jumper. I haven't forgotten, again, I simply haven't had time to, excuse me, I'm just putting the hot water bottle down, it's a bit hot. I simply haven't had time to write out the pattern. I will try and get round to it at the weekend, but with doing Vlogmas and all the other things that I'm doing, I'm trying to get the Christmas tree put up in the front room. I just really haven't had the time. And I haven't had the time to do any crafting either, apart from my wreath behind me, which I'm really pleased about. Have I told you that I'm really pleased about it? Anyway, I thought that I would do another book review for you, and because I've missed 2 days, I've brought 2 books to show you. Again, one of them I haven't read. Typical. I'm going to have to take this off as well, you know. Oh, feeling a bit hot. Anyway, this is the first one. It's the Hand Weaver's Pattern Directory. I've looked through it. There's over 600 weaves for the 4-shaft loom. So any of you thinking of buying a 4-shaft loom, this would be a perfect book for you. Now, you can still hear the squeak, it's that new. It's a spiral bound book. There you go. So that means that when you're using it, it'll be flat like that on your table, which is great. It's much better than a paperback book that just flops about all over the place. But yeah, it's got patterns in it, which is perfect. You can see how the pattern's going to turn out and where you need to put your threads to be able to get the pattern. So that's good. So I haven't used it yet. I have got a 4-shaft floor loom, which I need to get a move on and learn how to use. But it gives you with the pattern at the side here, it gives you what it's going to turn out like, different colour variations to use in the yarn to get different patterns, different styles. It's got about how to finish your piece, how to hem stitch, which I need to learn because I've got a piece on my loom that I need to hem stitch and get off. How to do fringing, how to do the trellis, all different finishes that you can put on the bottom of your weave. It's got patterns in it as well, so that things that you can actually make. It's a really good book. It shows you how to do lace on the loom. There's some lace design where you missed some of the stitches or you tie in the stitches. That kind of thing, wrapping. So yeah, it's a really good book. I'm not sure if it was English. No, again, it's American. It's an interweave book. There's a honeycomb stitch. I don't know any of these stitches. I haven't used a 4-shaft loom. I did used to own one, but I sold it because I needed the money. But I've not used the floor loom that I've got. But it's got lots of lovely designs and lots of lovely patterns in it. It was American price $36. I don't know how much it is now. I don't even know if it's still available. It shows you how to do canvases, which would be ideal for sewing. So yeah, it's got lots and lots and lots of different stitches. As it says, it's got 600 weaves for a 4-shaft loom. So I really need to have a look at it so I can learn to use my floor loom. A lady called Anne Dixon. It's published by Interweave. There's the contents for you, so you can have a look and see if it's suitable for you. But it looks like a really good book, so I would recommend it if you're going to be learning to use a 4-shaft loom, or even pick up sticks on a rigid heddle loom. It'd be handy for that as well. So it's got all the basic equipment in it. Let me turn this round and show you. Basic equipment, there you go. So yeah, I really need to have a look at this so that I can learn to use my loom, because it looks like it'll be really interesting. It's got about fibres, choosing warp and weft yarns. So yeah, a really interesting book. So that's that one, if you want to have a look on Amazon. It'd be really useful to you if you're learning to use a 4-shaft, as I say. And then the other one which I've got is a really good book by Babs Behan. Now I have looked at this and I have used it because there's my papers inside the book. But this is it, Botanical Inks, and it's all about botanical dyes. It's a really, really nice book. It talks about bundle dyeing. Now I would recommend this book. It's got about different things: wells, logwood, nettles, bracken, onions, avocados, dyeing yarn and paper, modifier recipes for changing the colours, modifying the colours, sorry, mordants for animal fibres, washing your fabric for dyeing. This is more of a fabric eco dye book. She does have some patterns in the back. How to use it for paints, screen printing. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. How to do shibori dyeing with indigo. How to prepare an indigo vat for dyeing. Ice dyeing with flowers. So yeah, there's an awful lot in this book, and I think I paid about £10 for it, but the cover price is £16.99 and it's by a lady called Babs Behan. I bought this when it came out. I got it on a pre-order, so I got it cheaper, which I find if I do that you get a few quid off and it makes all the difference. Let me see. Oh, she even signed it in the front for me. That's nice. Where are we? So it got a publisher date. There's the lady who's done the book. That's Babs. So yeah, I really recommend this book. It's a good book if you want to get into fabric dyeing, you want to get into eco printing, then this is the book for you. So another one to add to your Christmas wish list. It says Plant to Print Dyes, Techniques and Projects. So yeah, and there are a lot of the colours that you can achieve from using plants. So you've got 2 book reviews today for the price of 1. Right, I'm going to go now because I'm going to go and get on with my spinning. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Sorry it's been a bit all over the place today, but my head's in that kind of place again today where my head's all over the place. Anyway, I'm going to get off. I'm going to go and get on with my spinning, go and get the tea started, and I will see you tomorrow for another vlog. I think I'm going to do a podcast over the weekend. I might do that on Sunday and we'll go and sit up in the shed with the fire on and hang out up there. But I just thought I'd come and say hello. I've not really been doing a lot, so there's not really a lot to share with you. Right, I'm going to go now before I start waffling. So enjoy your evening. Have a lovely weekend if you don't pop in before the end of the weekend. Enjoy all your crafting, and I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas for day 10. So see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye bye.